Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Hawaii Weather Watch. Today is August 26th, and right now we're looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. And I wanted to do one more video here this morning because I'm getting a lot of questions and concern about what is Hurricane Gilma out here. You can also see Tropical Storm Hector behind it. These will continue their trek off to the west, and the Hawaiian Islands are right there where I'm circling. You can see what was Tropical Storm and Hurricane Hone is now pushing off to the west and taking its impacts with it. Had some torrential rainfall across the Big Island, some damage reports due to wind as well. And I also want you to pay attention to this drier air in between the systems. That's going to increase the fire danger across the islands as we go through the next couple of days. So first, looking at the fire weather, this is the wording from the National Weather Service Honolulu. So heads up, they're not going to put out red flag warnings just yet, but on the leeward portion of the islands, watch out for that fire danger. Let's not kick off any additional fires. Taking a look at what was Hurricane Hone, now Tropical Storm Hone, it is again bringing its biggest impacts with it off to the west, but we're still getting some blustery winds, and again we're getting a shot of dry air behind that, and that's where the fire danger comes. Then you can see Gilma start to come as we go on into this. Is about Wednesday night showing up here. This is about Thursday afternoon at the end of this European run, which was last night's model run. But you can clearly see it's a degraded system by this point. It's going to be losing a lot of its deep convection. And the north portion, the most dangerous portion of the storm, is probably going to stay north of the Hawaiian Islands also. And if it takes this northerly track, it's going to remain in cooler water. And of course, just be getting absolutely blasted by wind shear. So we have that going for us. It could bring a bump in some of the waves and some of the winds out there, and it'd bring a bump in moisture as well. So taking a look now, overall view of things here, Hawaiian Islands are center. There's Hone, there's Hurricane Gilma, Tropical Storm Hector here. So I want to show you the ocean temperatures, and this is the Pacific Ocean. You got Washington, California. Hawaiian Islands are to the bottom left here. You can see the cold water current that comes down the coast of North America and does spread back out across some of the Pacific Ocean. You can see that cooler water that does try to make its way towards the Hawaiian Islands. Off to the south and the southwest of the Hawaiian Islands, so the water is much warmer. So Hone right now is right about somewhere in the, not Hone, but Gilma is right here. Hone, of course, is just south of the Hawaiian Islands right now, then continues to push west. Gilma is down here. So again, as it moves across and starts to go north of 20 degrees latitude, it's going to be in some cooler water and it'll be interacting with that wind shear. So this system should be degrading. And Hector is also going to encounter some wind shear here shortly as well. So if we take a look at Hawaiian Islands, our center, this is 500 millibars, and this kind of shows you the deep convection, the organization that Gilma has right here where I'm circling. And watch what happens as it starts to push off to the west. Poof, just like that. Its deep convection is going to be getting ripped apart as the system tries to move towards the Hawaiian Islands. You can also see no sign of Hector after a couple of days as well. So let's back up here. And again, there's Gilma and there's Hector here. So these systems right now should not be having big impacts on the Hawaiian Islands other than just kind of indirectly some moisture surge and maybe a bump in some of the waves at times. So I just want to kind of put people's mind at rest on that front because I'm getting a lot of questions about it. And again, here is a tropical, well, actually hurricane right now, but will be Tropical Storm Gilma as we go on through probably Tuesday night. And it looks a little ominous here as it approaches the Hawaiian Islands, but this should be getting sheared and weakened. However, we will just kind of keep our eye on it. You never know anything for sure in meteorology. You're looking off into the future. You know, we don't have crystal balls here. We're not fortune tellers, but you know, we'll watch it here just to kind of keep people's mind at ease because it does look a little bit tricky when it starts to include the Hawaiian Islands at the end of the forecast there. So looking at tropical storm force wind speed probabilities, again, right now we're not looking at anything for the Hawaiian Islands from Gilma or Hector yet, but we will watch it, and if it does continue to show any kind of impact for the islands, I'll continue to cover it here on the channel. So now looking at the precipitable water, this shows that moisture surge with Hone right here, Hawaiian Islands. There's Gilma and there's Hector off to the right. So if I put this into motion here, you can see that dry air that's going to be moving in for a day or two, bringing the increase in some fire danger. Then the next surge of moisture comes in with Gilma here, and then maybe from Hector as well as we go all the way on in through 65 hours out. We're looking all the way in towards next weekend there. And then more of a typical trade wind pattern returning for the islands. This is Hector. I wanted to show you this. You can see the Hawaiian Islands very far to the left here. Tropical storm, not scheduled to become a hurricane anyway, or forecast to become a hurricane, should remain a tropical storm, then eventually weakens as it approaches the Hawaiian Islands. And if we take a look at precipitation on the GFS, so you can see there goes Hone here, and you can see Gilma Where is it? It's right about there. So it does bring a slug of moisture with it, but nothing too crazy. And then maybe Hector as well. Then more of a trade wind regime takes over as we go through the extended forecast. Here is Hone right here. It did bring the bump in the wave activity there. Get a little bit of a break. And then you can see maybe another bump as Gilma moves by. And then maybe as Hector moves by as well. Then looks like something, south swell coming there as we go into the extended forecast. Not too worried about that here. So anyway, yeah, hopefully these videos have been helpful to you. You can see the dry air coming as Hone pushes off to the west, and Gilma and Hector out here as well. And if anything changes, I will continue to do these videos, or if Hawaii gets any other kind of severe weather threat or any other kind of tropical storm activity here, or maybe even Kona lows, because I'm getting quite a nice response here from people living out on the island. So anyway, if these videos are helping you, click like and subscribe. Hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, we'll do this all again, potentially, if things look like they're going to remain active for the state of Hawaii, and I will talk to you guys later.